Hello. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this. I really truly do appreciate it. I had originally had it booked for 1 hour, but I've kind of condensed everything down to half an hour. My thoughts on that were I'm creating this community to save time, not to extend our time, but to save time as a mother. So I believe I can cover everything. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Um, so anyway, just a little bit about me. My name is Vanessa. I'm a mother of four, and I have just been through quite a bit with motherhood and everything. So a big thing with creating this group and this online community was to just share all the information that I have learned over the years, which is a lot. It can be a little bit overwhelming. So yeah, I just wanted to really get moms to feel confident in motherhood and postpartum and just feeling themselves, giving a lot of natural and holistic advice on how to better your physical and mental health. It can be really tough after having babies. So, I get it. If you got a messy bun in your hair, you forgot to shower a couple days, if you're living off coffee, like anything. There's no judgment for me because we've all had our fair share of, one state or the other with being a mother. So that's why I wanted to create this community is just to have a nice no judgment zone and get everyone together and just be able to feed off of other mothers, give our ideas out, get ideas from others, and really just share and create this lovely village that we should have that not everyone gets to have. So the rule number one about this community is that there's no bullying. That's a big thing is I'm a part of these mom groups on Facebook and there's just a lot of drama and a lot of tension. And I always wonder, I'm like, why? We should be uplifting each other. So anyways, that's kind of the main thing is just to get everyone together in a no judgment zone. So here I'm just gonna share my screen. I'm gonna try and share my screen here. Hang on one sec. So I just wanted to share this right now. So what do I have to offer? Um, I was talking to someone saying how I was like an old school hippie mixed with a pioneer woman, and she goes, "That right there is your ticket." Like that, I love how you just said that. And I was like, oh, that sounds kind of funny. But when I thought about it more, I do love that idea. And also I'm very hippy dippy, as some might say. So I believe that we have the power inside of us to heal. Obviously, there's a time and a place for Western medicine and doctors and all that. But honestly, I do feel like we can heal like our ancestors did through nature, nourishment, and just no nonsense. That's kind of my thing is, no nonsense is the main one. So I'm just going to go back here. There we go. So I'm just going to go over some of the things that you will get out of here, out of my community. So honestly, I just want to cover everything that I've learned, which is a lot. It might be overwhelming, but my mission is to help you, just to achieve mental and physical wellness using simple, practical tools in your daily life. I want to tell you about, different body work, whether it's Ayurveda, meditation, Reiki, mindful movement. I'm a Pilates instructor, a yoga instructor. I do a lot of for hips and pelvic floor, things like that. And that all ties in with the mental health thing as well. Also nourishing traditions and ancestral living. In the last few years, my kids, I've dealt with intolerances and allergies, so I've gotten into the animal-based eating lifestyle. I'm actually currently doing carnivore right now. My kids are more animal based. And not only that, but just our traditions that we've kind of lost, like basic grounding, self-care, goal setting, hunter gathering. I mean, I'm not going to teach you guys how to go out and hunt deer. I could. I do have my hunting license. Maybe that'll come later. But just getting back to nature and the old way of living, we've become so separated from our ancestors' way of living that I do think it plays a big factor in why there is so much anxiety, depression, things like that, and our food system. Just there's so many things I want to share. So one thing at a time. Um, but yeah, I've created this community. I have been through it all. I've been through infant loss. I've been through miscarriage, had breastfeeding issues, oral ties, craniosynostosis, food intolerances, which I'm still dealing with. So there's just so many things that I have learned and dug deep into. And I just thought if I can help other moms, even with one thing, like that would just be amazing. So that is why I want to do this is to help other moms. We're told it takes a village to raise a child, and sometimes we don't all have that village. So I want you to feel confident in your parenting and as a mother. It's a process. We're sacrificing our body. We're losing a part of us to create something amazing. The sacrifice is totally worth it with our children. But there is a chance, there's a big chance if done right, that you can get yourself back and just feel that vitality again and just, feel really good in your own body, no matter what, if you've had one child or five, there's always a chance. It's taken me 6 years, over 6 years. Um, and I'm finally finding my groove. And, by sharing my story, if I can help some moms kind of shorten that journey a little bit and pick up, a few things here and there, that is my goal. I've always been a helper and a lover. So I've always wanted to help people. I knew that from a young age. So, I'm a massage therapist. I'm a Reiki master, yoga teacher. Everything that I do is done with the intent to help others. And then becoming a mother, I knew that that was going to be even deeper, is to help other mothers. That was I guess, my calling in life. I'm sure I have more written in my story, but for now, that was it. Um, so yeah, another thing too, I want to stress the importance of you can do things in as little as 1 minute a day or as much as half an hour. If you have an hour to carve out too, go for it. Go for an hour long walk or do this, do whatever. But I want to stress the importance of little things add up. So you maybe do 1 minute of a little meditation or yoga nidra before bed, or, you do 2 minutes of squats during the day, or, like little things. A lot of my videos that I'm going to be doing are going to be 20 to 40 minutes. We'll be doing group chats, workouts, all sorts of fun stuff. But I want to make it easily accessible for women, for mothers. I don't want to overwhelm you and be like, we're going to do a 2 hour yoga session today. So get a babysitter and carve out two. Like, that's just not feasible. Doesn't work. Get out of here. I mean, it could for some people, not for your average mother. I'm a stay-at-home mom too. So I have my hands full. I have my hands full. Another thing too with this is kind of a taboo subject. Doctors giving limited resources. So I won't get too much into that in this video, but that's definitely something that I will be putting group chats about. This Friday, I believe it's this Friday, I'll screen share in a few minutes. I'm going to be there is a mental health and nutrition group chat that I have planned. Just the importance of our nutrition and our mental health. You go into a doctor and say, "Oh, I'm not feeling so hot." They don't ask you about your sleep or, if you're getting outside or what you're eating, anything like that. They go, "Oh, okay." Probably 9 times out of 10, they're going to write you a prescription. Maybe not. Maybe they'll refer you to someone else. But there is just such a lack of education on nutrition and mental health in the courses that doctors take. So, again, me just being my wacky old self, and I've gone down every rabbit hole. I'm like, you know what? There's some old school stuff here that we can do that, doctors overlook. And nothing against those doctors. They're just preaching what they were taught in school. And unfortunately, they were, not everyone learned what I feel like they should have. So that's another thing, is I just offer holistic healing, holistic advice, things like that. Obviously, if you break an arm, don't come to me and ask me to wrap it up in a cast. That there is a time and a place for a doctor. I mean, I could try, but I'm not a doctor. Um, there's an old saying actually by Hippocrates. Hippocrates, am I saying that right? He was a Greek philosopher and physician, and it is, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. And also, natural forces within us are the true healers of disease. And he was well known for his history of medicine. So there's just neat things that you read from back in the day, and you're like, you know what? All right. Um, So and that was just another thing too. We're so conditioned to be these strong, independent women as mothers that when we do need help, and a lot of us are going through it's mental, physical, emotional, all of it. And we're just meant to kind of bottle it up and deal with it. Some of us might have an outlet on social media. Some of us, might be able to talk to our partners or our friends. Some of us don't, though. Not everyone understands that. So that is why I want to be here for you. I want to get other women together for you. I want to just have everyone know that they have a safe space and they have that village if need be. Yeah, I'm going to bring back old school traditions. That's what I want to do. So, connecting in a no judgment zone. That's another thing. I think I mentioned that already. You're going to find people that you mesh with, within the community. You're more than welcome to reach out to somebody or, in a very respectful way. And, you know, I'm very I don't want to say unique, eclectic. I don't know. You'll come to know that I just have my own ways, my own views and things like that. And I'm welcoming to anybody. But if you do join the community, I'm sure it's because we have at least something in common. And maybe you'll be like, hey, she said something that I didn't hear about. I want to go learn that further. There's so many different things. So I just want to screen share again here. So being a member of this community, let me just get to that screen share again. I just want to show you some of the things. There we go. So there will be a weekly schedule with different. I'm aiming for at least 3 classes a week, probably 3 to 5 a week. So that'll be your access to weekly schedule. You'll get discounts on personal calls. So outside of the weekly schedule, if you're like, hey, I need some extra support one-on-one, maybe you don't feel comfortable chatting in the group, or maybe, you're a little bit shy and you're just kind of stepping out of your comfort zone, whatever it is, that's fine. You can always do a personal call. You will have access to all the Zoom history. I will record all the Zoom calls, so I will put that on the Facebook page. As long as you're a member, you will have access to that Facebook page and access to all those Zoom calls. It'll be a private Facebook group. I'm going to do a monthly workshop. There's so many ideas for the workshop. I will get back into that in a little bit. And also quarterly specialty series. So every 3 weeks, I will be doing, it'll be a 6 week series, and we will be doing one video a week. So for instance, it might be a yoga series, might be Ayurveda, might be Reiki. There's different things. So definitely lots to choose from there. You don't have to do all of them. You don't even have to do any. If you're just here for the weekly content, that's fine. You do whatever you want to do. I just want you to be happy. I want you to meet people and just, yeah, have a good time. There are 3 memberships to choose from. I will get back into that a little later here. All right, let's get back here. I'm just going to go back to this. So yeah, group calls, like I said, there's going to be about 3 to 5 a week. I will never do under 3. I will try and always aim for 5. It'll be a mashup of yoga, Pilates, meditation, goal setting, nutrition and mental health, full body workouts with or without equipment. If I do have one that has equipment, I will let you know what equipment will be needed. Usually it'll be, a set of weights or something like that. Shouldn't be anything too extravagant. There is a restorative workshop that I would like to do, in which case you would need a bolster, 2 blocks. Those would be the main ones. You can go all out and grab a strap, some blankets, this or that too. So, I do encourage, if yoga is something that you get into, then you can, get a few props there. I always check on Marketplace. They have great things. Amazon does too. They're a little bit more pricey for some yoga props. Temu, if you're into that. But there's always options. Kijiji and Marketplace are great things. And then, yeah, monthly workshops, probably looking at about 60 minutes. I did say I want to condense everything down into a nice time frame for you mamas, but with the workshops, I will go a little bit more in depth. So they will be 60 minutes for the most part. You will get a little mini manual of things that we cover. And again, I'm going to go into that a little bit later, what kind of workshops you can look into that I will be offering. The other one too is the group calls. So a group support call, just where we all get together, There's no subject for it. We can define the subject when we get on it. It's kind of, just up in the air where we just kind of feel what we need that day. So, maybe one mom mentions this and another one, might piggyback off that or, might change the subject. It's a half-hour call where you can get together with other moms and just you can vent if you want. You can vent about your kids, you can vent about your husband, you can vent about your job in a no judgment setting. And, I mean, obviously I don't want this to become, a negative group where someone's just constantly down, 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 but sometimes by releasing those feelings to other women and having those other women uplift you and let you know it's okay, that's just what we need. It's really nice. So, hopefully, y'all have some girlfriends out there that you can chat with. But again, I have come across some ladies that they just don't have a big support system, which is another reason why I wanted to create this community so that you are never feeling alone. I don't want anyone to ever feel alone. So, back to the schedule here. I'm just going to screen share once again and just show you kind of what you can like. This is the thing here. I just gotta screen share. Just getting used to this whole technology thing too, so bear with me. All right, so this is this week's schedule here. Should be up in a minute. So tonight, free masterclass. I will send out the recording to those of you who missed it. Tomorrow morning, morning yoga flow. Tuesday afternoon, full body workout. Wednesday at 1 p.m., group chat support. Thursday at 9 a.m., we've got Pilates. And then Friday at 2:30 p.m., nutrition and mental health chat. So I will always kind of mix up the times. I will always mix up the workouts and the chats and the this and the that. After today, my goal is to do a yoga, maybe a slight, small meditation and a goal setting for the week. So that would be every Sunday evening. And I just think that goal setting for the week would be so good. I think that's such a nice thing to do. And then you write down your goals for the week and everything is just, it just almost refreshes you when you can put down your goals and write it on paper and see it on paper. So back to the workshops too. So workshops will get put in there every now and again. Once a month will be a workshop. And I do somatics, somatic yoga, Ayurveda, the vagus nerve. I wanted to do a workshop on that, sciatica, anxiety, hips, sleep. There's so many things that I want to do. And if you have any recommendations, please let me know because I am so open to hearing what you want to have. What do you want to see? What do you need help with? So please let me know at any time. You can message me, email me, text me if you have my number and just be like, hey, you know what? I would love to have a call on this and I will see what I can do. I am quite accommodating, so I think that I can pretty much do anything that you want. So, a little note about the weekly schedule. They are kid friendly. I have kids of my own. I will always do yoga in the evening so that it is nice. Anything yoga nidra, meditation, Reiki, that will be done in the evening when my husband is home or on a weekend. But during the weekdays, my kids are pretty good. They know, when I'm doing a workout or a call or something like that. But I just want you to know that you don't need to find a babysitter for your kids. If your kids get into your workout, I can give you a few options how to work out with your kids or, things like that. There's just things that you can do to decompress the situation so you're not kind of like, oh my gosh, my kid, we're all moms. It's okay. I totally get it. And I hope that you have the same respect as well for me. If I am, leading a workout and, my little one comes along or something happens, it's very rare, but I might, run and peel an orange for him or something like that. Um, so yeah, that's just the note about the weekly schedule. So one-on-one support calls with a membership to the community, you get a one-on-one option to have one-on-one support calls. They are half-hour calls, and that is just you and I. So there's no other mums. I can record it if you'd like, and you can have it after. That does not get posted to the group on Facebook. That is just between you and I. It stays confidential. And like I said, yeah, I can email you the call. You can listen to it again. Maybe you pick up on something, but that is just between you and I. Speaking of calls too, you're more than welcome to message me and we can do a free 15-minute consultation. I want to make sure that we're a good fit. I want to make sure when you talk to me and when you ask me questions, you have a good feeling. I want you to be 100% confident in booking a membership with me. I don't want you to be like, oh, I don't know. I don't really agree with her on this or that. Like if there's things that are holding you back, that's your intuition saying, you know what? Maybe we're not a good fit and that's okay. We're not all going to be a great fit together. That's the beauty of being our own selves and thinking for our own selves. So if you don't feel that heck yeah energy with me, that is okay. I'm not going to take offense to that. I want you to find someone that you absolutely love and you trust and you feel so good talking to. I do hope that you can find that with me. But again, like I said, if it's not meant to be, it's okay. And maybe I can lead you in the right direction to find someone else for any issues that you might need there. What I do ask in those 15-minute calls, what are you looking to get out of this call? What is your biggest struggle as a mom? Any additional struggles on top of motherhood, which does come up? What is your current support system? Who do you have around you? Friends, family, spouse, older siblings? I really like to dig deep and get down to how I can help you with what you're given. Your biggest takeaway just from this video. So if you're watching this video and you give me a call, I just want you to know kind of what was your aha moment where it was like, you know what, I should give her a call. Because we're all going to find something different within this video, and that is great. Again, that's the beauty of the world. We're all different. And also, where do you see yourself this time next year? A lot of people and myself, I'm very big on living in the present and living in the now. But you also have to jump ahead a little bit and have those goals and have those visions because they can come back and help you today. Having a positive vision, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, a year from now, having something to look forward to. And if you don't have something right now to look forward to, then we can sit down together and we can do a little vision board and we can make something happen because you need that positivity. You need something to look forward to beyond today. Of course, you want to embrace today. Every day that we wake up and get to be with our children and get fresh air and food in our bodies and a roof over our head there, it's great. But there's always the long-term goals as well that definitely will help. Um, so a little bit about my credentials. I have done a lot in the last well, I'm 37 years old, so I started when I was, I guess, 18, doing everything. I started with a course, Intro to Fitness and Nutrition, and looking back on my curriculum for nutrition, I am flabbergasted, y'all, because it's crazy what I learned compared to what I know now, like our food system, the food guide, without diving too much into detail. It is corrupt. I'm just going to flat out say that. So that might be one of the things where you're like, no, I agree with the food pyramid. I don't think I like this girl, and that's fine. I'm very passionate about what I preach. You will know that. Obviously, if I'm not going to tell you to be carnivore, just because what I'm doing right now, that's just, I'm sharing what's working for me. Every body is different. Every workout will be different. Every day eating, everyone's daily eating will be different. There's not one size fits all, but I'm just giving information. So anyway, that was my first thing was in Intro to Fitness and Nutrition. And I just, looking back at it now, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of things there that I don't agree with now, things that we've been told about our nutrition that just don't align with my beliefs. So yeah, they call it a sad diet. It's the standard American diet, and it can make you sad. So we'll dive into that another time though. I'm also a Pilates instructor and high fitness instructor. Pilates is really great for pelvic floor. I've done pelvic floor workshops before. It's just, being a mom, I'm sure you guys all know about pelvic floor. I'm also a high fitness instructor. That's like super fun aerobics. It's kind of old school, but it's done to modern day music. It's dance choreography. I won't be doing those so much online classes. If you live local to me, I do them in the park every now and again, and I sub at the local gym that I work at. I will look into doing online with them. It's very quick and fast paced, so it is nice to be more in person with that. I've also done my pregnancy and birth prep course. I'm just going back to courses now. So I trained with a doula a few years ago, just to learn, basic things about pregnancy, mindfulness, I actually had my fourth child at home. It was a home birth. My husband unintentionally delivered her. So from my first hospital birth with an epidural going through to a home birth with no midwives, they were lost. It was not by choice. Um, just really makes me proud of my journey and also makes me want to just bring this information to everyone's attention even more. Not, you don't have to be a carnivore and you don't have to do a home birth. Again, these are things that I love and I want to share. But so yeah, I've done my pregnancy and birth prep with a doula. She's based out of Ontario and she's really good. I'm also a Reiki master and intuitive energy healer. After I lost my daughter, I needed some sort of gateway to get out of just thinking about things every day, and that is what I found helped me. And so I love doing chakra meditations. I offer distance Reiki, if you wanted to, and there was enough, what am I trying to say? Interest for it. We could do a group Reiki session one week. You can always book a one-on-one distance session with me on those one-on-one calls. I'm also a massage therapist and craniosacral therapist. Obviously, I can't do those over a Zoom call, but again, if you live local, I can always offer those services to you. And lastly, I am a yoga instructor. I finished my 200-hour yoga, currently working on my 500 hour. I also have my 85-hour prenatal. I do kids yoga and yin restorative. So just really dove in after every baby. I have to keep busy. I'm like, hey, what can I do now? How can I help my body? How can I help my mental state? How can I do this? And just everything kind of fit in together with, the human body has always fascinated me. So those are all my credentials. I know that may seem a little bit overwhelming, but just so you know, I am insured, I'm certified, I am legit, I'm the real deal, and I just want to help you. So, okay, now that I've kind of said everything else, I'm going to screen share again here because I'm going to go over all the memberships. There's 3 different memberships that you can do. Um, so I'm just going to hang on here. I will find this and I will screen share this. All right, so the basic membership. I want to make this super affordable. $19 a month. I thought, you know what? That I just want I don't want you to be overwhelmed and be like, oh, it's $100 a month, or some people are charging 289, things like that. It's like $19 a month for your health, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. I felt like that was really nice. So you get access to the weekly class schedule, you get discounted one-on-one calls, and you get to be a part of the Facebook community group. So that's your basic. Then we go into deluxe, which is $39 a month. You still get access to the weekly class schedule, discounted one-on-one calls, Facebook community group, plus you get one free one-on-one call with me. So, like I said, if you're having a moment, you don't want to be around other people, or you just need some support, you get that call with me in your deluxe membership. So then we go to the master membership. So that is $59 a month. You get everything that you get access to the weekly class schedule, that personal call. You also get access to the monthly workshop free of charge. And you also will get 25% off all specialty series. So yeah, the master membership is pretty much like the top of the top. Again, if you're just starting out, you might not want to do that. You might want to stick with the deluxe, or you might just want to do the basic, $19 a month. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. You get access to the group, a discounted call if you need that extra support, and you get the class schedule. All right, so I'm just going to stop sharing here. So I am going to go back. So with the memberships, so with those discounted personal calls, you get those for $29 and $49. So you save $10 on those. That's $29 for a half hour, $49 for an hour. The workshops will be $29 with the deluxe and with the master membership. you will get that for free. And again, the series, they'll most likely be 6 weeks all the time. So once a week for 6 weeks, they're going to be $119. If you have that master membership, it's going to be $89 with your 25% off. So three different tiers to choose from. And you get to, I mean, you can upgrade at any time, you can downgrade, you can cancel at the end of your billing period. So whatever date you start up, so you start up today, then it would be it's the third today, so then you would get charged the third of every month. If you have a vacation, you can put it on hold up to 2 weeks. So say you do a 2 week hold, we just put that hold on and then we start your membership from that date moving forward. Um, there was, I mean, if you, in a, yeah, if you miss a class too, sorry, I was looking at my notes because someone was asking because they couldn't join the video. If you miss a class, everything is recorded. So all of the group chats, all of the workouts, things like that, they will be put on the Facebook group. The only thing that will not get put on the Facebook group is the workshops and the series. If you do join the workshop or the series, it will be recorded and it will get put on, it will be sent to you via email, sorry, for those who registered. So other than that, thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble. I'm glad that I shortened it a bit. I took out a lot of fluff from all my stuff. I just didn't want to. I mean, it's a Sunday at 6 and it's a holiday tomorrow. I did not think that one through very well. So going forward, I definitely will do better with my scheduling. But if there's any questions, you can email me. I'm on Instagram at Homestead of Happiness. You can message me on Facebook. I have Homestead of Happiness from my Facebook group. My name is Vanessa Midson. You can send me a personal message. So please, again, I just want to help you. I want you to know that with motherhood, you are not alone. I want to help you build your village. I don't want you to ever think that you don't have anybody because motherhood, it's tough. It is tough. So I just want to get all these ladies together and just create a great group of people that I possibly can so that even if I'm not available for a chat or something like that, you might get to know other ladies within the community and you can personal message or, this and that. And if you do live local in Southern Alberta, I would love to have you guys meet up. I would love to do a meetup sometimes. So yeah. Anyways, I super appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you have any questions, message me, social media, Facebook, Instagram. You can email me. Yeah, I'm always here to chat. I love to chat. All right. Thank you so much. You guys have a lovely, lovely evening, lovely holiday tomorrow, and I hope to chat with a few of you soon. Mwah.